What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the week's movie news, entertainment news, and just generally having a bit of a chit-chat about everything to do with film. I am joined as always by my best man, Mr. Sean Meehan. Sean, how's it going?
I'm good, Connor. I'm looking forward to talking about movie news or weird news. Surely there's no third option for this show.
There couldn't be a possible third option that I would spring on you.
I would be livid, frankly, if there was.
Oh, this is going to make the next few minutes awkward.
Ew!
So this is a slightly different episode, Sean, as you've kind of already given the game away. But to be fair, we already kind of called it out last week because we kind of needed participation from the other side to kind of get it going, and that is the fact that this week is going to be a Q&A episode, which means there's going to be technically no movie news unless a question involves movie news,
which it could.
I mean, it might, but a lot of it could just be questions in general. Sean, as I mentioned, what are Sean's, deepest, darkest things that he's hidden, maybe some secrets where he's killed some people? Well, this is where we find out.
It's when you get the real story behind the pod.
Who is Sean?
It takes a lot to make this pod happen. Much of it is me acting like Dexter from the series Dexter.
I was going to say Wallace from Wallace and Gromit.
That's also an option, you know.
So, look, it's a Q&A episode, and the main thing about the Q&A episode is the fact that all of these questions, I don't have individually who sent the questions in. What I thought would be better, we'll do a blanket thank you, because they're all sent in by the patrons, and we got a whole bunch of them. Previously, Sean, you might remember back in the day, say when we first started doing this show, and we'd say, we'll do a Q&A. You get like 5 questions.
Yeah. And we were delighted to get 5.
And now I don't realise the power we have, because I say, patrons, we could do with some questions. And suddenly I was like, now we have like 50 questions. That's too many questions.
Suddenly Connor's fucked my entire Monday.
We're here for 2 hours. So we might not get to all of them. I'm going to say that outright. But we'll get to as many of them as we can within the time allotted.
And we will keep them in the bank for when we do other episodes like this in the future and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Sean, I thought what would be better, Sean, you and this list, by the way, I love it, right? And I think, just before we get into it, is because every time we do Secret Wars or a Marvel-wide episodic thing over on Hero Zero, Sean, I don't know if you've noticed, but the patron numbers go right up.
It's crazy, because that's not a good series.
No, we hate it, and it's always nearly slowly dying, and for some reason the listeners love it.
The mental trauma we suffer for those half hours every Friday is frankly insane.
But the fact that the patrons numbers are going up, lots of people are supporting the show, thank you so much, we love that stuff. But it also means Sean has to read out all of the names, and that was fun when there was 3.
That's
and now
God.
Which is even funnier.
So for any new patrons who might not know, there is a bit where you can name yourself whatever the fuck you want on Patreon, and I legally have to read it out.
Well, I mean, there's 1 or 2 words he probably can't or shouldn't.
Probably won't say, actually, for my own secrecy.
We get cancelled from a patron.
From a patron shout-out.
Who's at fault there?
Look, I delivered a service to the people, Connor.
Well, like, they named themselves the slur, but I read it, so who's...
So, I could have just not read it.
You're Steve Carell and Evan Almighty.
Whatever's on the prompter, I'll have. You can name yourself whatever you want on Patreon. We will read it out and thank you at the start of all of the main episodes of the show. So, on that note, big thank you up top to Róisín and Baby Ben Palmer, Ryan Kamatsu, Dozer Enthusiast, Evanson, Waffles loves you and hopes you have a good day, David Clarke, Dominic, Anna Kamatsu, Dozer Hjelmroos, Danny McLaughlin, Lordsmish, I'm trapped here, this is home now, Ed Ball, Conor and Lorraine are back from orbiting the moon to make sure it's not falling. Russ, I really hope Secret Wars lasts forever. I am sure Conor would agree that it's been a true classic Parfitt.
I think the last episode I really gave up.
The last episode you said, I want this to end.
Not just the episode, the entire experience.
Maybe the show, I don't even know anymore. The friendship. Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and tipsily subscribed to the Patreon. Ciara Lawler, Judge Leahy, Call Me Komatsu, the way I be dozing at work. Johnny Ray, Hunter Harvard, the Texas Ironman. Queen Lisa, first of her name, mother of hooligans, defender of corny jokes, slayer of snacks. Justin, we named the Monkey Jack, Bowman. Joe Reid, John NeSmith, Ted Sullivan, Jeff Scroger, the Fuel by Nostalgia podcast, Charlie Smith, Logan Merriman. Yinzer Ghost has a black costume now. Pete Moon's Canvas, Nonchalant Nome, Giannis #1 man bat fan Simonson, Callum Bircher, Miles Crossland, David Leffler, Don Cinnamon, Rogue Codex, One Dancer Goose, Rich, I paid a yearly subscription for this, Cameron.
Yes.
Yeah, you did. Paul Baumeister and Harry Weston. Yeah. Thank you all genuinely for your support. That's insane. That list has gone on to 2 pages on Google Docs.
It's too many names, but also not enough. But Sean, it also means because of all the support over there, we have a lot of questions to get through. And I thought, as I said, do it individually. Thank you. I want to say straight up, thank you to everyone for sending them in. We're going to try and get to them now. You can support the show on all the usual podcast platforms you're listening to this on, all the good stuff. And obviously we have the Patreon if you want to head on over there. But Sean, there's only one place to start, and this is the question that really stood out to me.
Jesus.
With Chair being confirmed to appear in the upcoming Avengers Secret Wars, who do we believe is the correct casting choice?
For Chair?
Yes.
Well, on one of our live streams that we used to do, we did determine the best chair, I think, to be a dental chair.
Yeah, to be a dental chair, yeah, because it's sturdy and can survive.
It's sturdy, weighty, it's built for purpose. And it's also comfortable, you know.
Adaptable. You'd find yourself going to sleep if there wasn't someone sticking a rod in your brain.
It's really the Swiss Army knife of chairs.
So you're saying a dental chair? A
dental chair, or like, are there any famous, aside from the obvious, are there any famous chairs in media? I would say that chair that Homer Simpson invents where he leans back and the legs catch him.
The voice chair that spins around.
Oh, that's also good. That's a good chair.
The mastermind chair. Which one?
The Iron Throne.
The Iron Throne, the mastermind chair, which you have to sit in and then there's the music.
Ooh. See, these are all good chairs, but like, the thing about chair, right? And I'm glad this came up. The chair is just a regular chair.
Yeah. Much
in the way that, like, anyone... What's that thing from Spider-Verse? Like, anyone can wear the suit.
Yeah.
Any chair can be the chair.
But then again, my casting choice for a chair is always a bit confusing because you probably have to go into some multi-universal stuff for the sole reason that I think Scarlett Johansson should be Chair, but she's obviously already cast in the Marvel movies.
It's true. Famed Asian actress Scarlett Johansson. She can play she did say famously she could play a tree, which is a constituent part of a wooden chair.
Technically, she's halfway there.
She's halfway chair.
Very good. And alternatively, a real question. You've covered so many heroes now. Which one deserves their debut standalone movie adaptation?
Oh, Jesus. So this is on Hero or Zero, of course.
Yes.
I'm a big fan... Because if we're talking like something that would get greenlit for a movie or a debut or a series or whatever, I'm a big Hyperion fan, who is like the Marvel Superman-esque character who like comes from another universe, doesn't understand the world, and becomes a trucker and just goes meeting people.
Yeah.
I think that's a good vessel for a story.
You could do a different trucker if you wanted to go the Marvel route as well.
By fucking God, we could.
We could do US Archer and make $1 trillion, I assume.
You know, fucking one of the nominations for Zero of the Year every year, Zachary Levi. You know his weird right-wing production company? I feel like that would do US Archer.
100%. Yes. It's for America.
It's for America. You can't say the A.
No, absolutely. My choice for a debut standalone, people always think I'm going to say Nightwing, and then I always say they'll do it wrong.
Yeah, you don't want a Nightwing movie because you're too close.
Yeah, obviously. So my choice is always Batman Beyond. If you're going to do a standalone movie adaptation, it's literally the easiest slam dunk of all time. It's Batman in the future. He's got fucking rockets in his shoes, and it's neo-gothic. You're off to the races.
Do you think 10 to 15 years down the line, we get Batman Beyond and Christopher Nolan directs it and Christian Bale is the old Bruce Wayne?
I don't know if I'd want that.
No, sorry, Joseph Gordon-Levitt would play Terry McGinnis.
Yeah, no, you're right. Sorry, you're right. No, we need Tim Drake to play Terry McGinnis to play Batman Beyond.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it's a mess.
You have to use your real name, Tim Drake, via Terry McGinnis via...
I would love if the end of Batman The Dark Knight Rises was, you should use your real name, Tim Drake.
Full name. See, but fair, Tim Drake would make more sense.
Because that's a name!
Even if she said, use your real name, Richard, they'd be like, all right, nailed it. You don't need to say anymore.
They don't. I've said it before. That scene is entirely improved if we don't know his last name through the whole movie. Yeah, and she just says, "Thank you, Mr. Grayson." That's all you need.
Well, no, that'd make too much sense. Sean, moving on to the next question I have. I've got so many good ones. If you could step into any fictional universe, which would it be? You wouldn't be the main character, just in that universe.
Ooh, that's interesting. Because, sorry, the loudest motorbike in the world just went past. Because being I'm not a superhero in this. I have to live in this world. Yeah,
because if you think about it, you could say, the Harry Potter world, but Voldemort's trying to kill you. That school's awful. I don't want to go there. I'm nearly dying every year.
Yeah, so you want a world that's, fun, but also, safe,
You're not going to Gotham.
Heavens, no. No. You're not going to New York in the MCU, to be honest.
Absolutely not. You could definitely get blown up. You don't want to be anywhere near any superheroes.
Maybe, The Great Gatsby, and I just go to a load of parties. I don't have any of the unrequited love stuff going on. I'm just going to parties. True,
but you might also go in just as a maid or a servant.
I'll be honest. Look at me. I'll be a servant wherever.
Oh, you will. Oh, you fucking serve that drink. I was thinking Pokemon, because nobody ever dies, and Pokemon's you could always just be good. You could be a trainer who's not very good.
You could be youngster Joey. That's absolutely fine.
Yes.
Pokemon's pretty good. Actually, Beyblade.
Oh, excellent. Yes.
There's skill involved.
Gilmore Girls.
Oh, sorry. In my head, I had Pretty Little Liars, and I was like, that's kind of
Gilmore Girls, nothing ever happens in the town.
True.
The only drama is always just I broke up with them and oh my god, there's a love triangle of some kind. But if I'm just a regular person who's just kind of getting coffee and stuff, there's never anything that ever happens.
Do you know a surprising worst answer for this is being in Community?
Yeah, no, that's awful.
If you're just a regular student at that school,
I don't. Also, my other option was you could either be in a Hallmark movie, and I'd love to just be the person that doesn't really believe in Christmas, but I'm a big city guy.
Oh,
I'm going home for the weekend.
That's not bad. Is there a movie where everything's just kind of fine? I don't think so.
Not really, no. Because they have to have some sort of drama, unless you go kids shows where it's just nothing bad ever happens. That's why I want Pokemon.
I want to live in Bluey is where I want to live.
Bluey is safe. No, Pokemon I thought was the simplest one because you technically you could just be a bad trader, but that doesn't matter.
But also, you could be a great trainer. If you're a regular person, you could just be a very good trainer.
Yeah, but Ash is going to show up with fucking Pikachu, and I'm going to have rock Pokemon. Somehow he's going to win.
Don't he's not called Ash in the games, Connor. So
Reid, you bastard! I hate you. Although I'm a big Gary Oak man myself.
That's still your name on Twitter.
Yeah, Gary Oak. It's one of those where nobody understands it.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we that unk at this point?
Yeah, we're that unk. Next question. This one, these were actually, we got this several times. Okay. And I wanted to kind of cover, there's different versions of it. But two of them were, when will you assume your rightful role as the official pop culture podcast of Ireland? Firstly. And then secondly, how are you guys not the official podcast of Comic-Con Ireland? Not even playing. You can totally make this a thing. You know that, right? I checked. There's nothing there.
Look, first of all, we're award nominated.
No, so we didn't say one. Like, award-winning.
Look, if they'll put it on a DVD cover, we can put it on us.
Yeah.
Like, that's very, very kind to anyone who suggested that. I don't like the idea of going to Comic-Con. I might be shooting myself. I might be shooting both of us in the foot there, to be honest.
I'm pinching my nose here, Sean. What are you doing?
So I love Comic-Con, actually.
Yeah, I love going places.
I love going I love crowds.
I love people who are interested in the same stuff as me and ask me questions.
Like, the thing is, like, we don't get to do them as often anymore because of schedules and life and families and stuff like that. The live streams that we used to do on this, genuinely such good fun. And like, the idea of having that in person and in real life is amazing. But I couldn't get over the idea of, like...
I always just think we'll be a disappointment.
Yeah! What if people hate us? What if no one comes?
There's another point of what if nobody comes. And now, look, we've gotten several questions, but you're all biased because, like, you're the patrons.
Yeah, I'll be honest, we're preaching to the choir with ye. Like, here.
Yeah, like, you're like, these guys are all right.
Which we still don't understand, by the way, why you're here.
But like, yeah, I would always be like, we're definitely going to disappoint. We'll show up and just not be very good. Which I suppose you could say is happening now, but I mean, like...
But, like, what do we do on a, like... Say we did, like, a
live show.
A live show or something like that. Like,
we'd have to design it.
What does that look like?
Come up with ideas. Like, what's your favourite chair?
Yeah. I guess it would be like the live streams, kind of, in real... Because we couldn't just do an episode, is the thing.
No.
We could do a weird news live, which I think
you could do a weird news. Actually, that would be good. Yeah. But at Comic-Con,
yeah, this is the thing. This is why our brand specifically is so fucked. It's like
the show about comic books. We're like, we're going to do weird news. They're like, could you not do a Hero or Zero? Okay, weird news.
We're doing 2 weird news now. Fuck you, Comic-Con.
Back to back. And the second one is just covering the first stories, but this time from the opposite viewpoint.
We're all so lazy.
Yeah, look, I would say if Comic-Con Ireland will have us, we will happily be the official podcast of Comic-Con Ireland.
Yeah, look, if anyone, I would say even like any Irish convention, if anyone's listening, you got to reach out to us, to be honest with you, because we're not going to do it.
But also simultaneously, I would understand if you didn't.
Completely understand. That's no one's fault. Only ours.
Only ours. We've disappointed you. I'm sorry.
In terms of being the official Irish pop culture podcast, the way to accomplish that is by telling one human being that we exist.
You have to just tell the one.
Just the one, please.
Just the one, please. And like that's the thing. And once you do that, if you tell one person, they tell one. Like what we want is some sort of pyramid scheme of. Am I allowed to say that?
We're setting up podcast Avon, basically.
You tell 2 people. And they tell 2 people. So, yeah, look, as I said, Comic-Con Ireland, if you'll have us, we will be the official podcast. Bring us on. We'll do a panel. We'll interview people. Who do you want us to interview? We'll interview anybody.
One of my friends does organise like a gaming convention. We could potentially do that.
100% Sean has the connections that he could get us anywhere.
I could actually make this happen.
But he just won't.
You don't want me to.
Not really. But then again, if they were like, oh, you have to do it, I was like, fucking fine, here we go.
We could do half an hour anywhere, the 2 of us.
Anywhere, talk shit. But yeah.
Put us in Coachella, fuck it.
Just the Beavers coming out next. Hang on, everybody.
We're opening for Beebs.
So I have another question. Listening to some of the Hero Zero episodes from a year or 2 ago, it sounded like Conor was going to tackle a Batman storyline. What storyline was it? And is there any chance of him still covering it? Sean, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, I'll handle this, Conor.
That is true. There was a time when I said, Sean, I will do a storyline. And I was going to do Grant Morrison's Batman and Robin run from 2009 with Dick Grayson as Batman and David Wayne as Robin. If
I recall, this was about July or August of last year, and then something happened.
And then I became a father. and I got distracted.
I was like, You took your eye off the prize.
I took my eye off the ball, Sean. I'm going to hold my hands up and say, look, I wasn't putting the attention into writing the massive long storylines. So I would say I would be very happy to do that at a certain point. It's not off the table, but it's currently not scheduled in for next week because Sean, for God's sake, has to finish what he started.
Look, I'm going to lock in.
Yeah,
we're going to knock out the last 2 episodes of Secret Wars,
and then I think we need to wait a little while. Maybe a few months, because you need to like have a gap and get back to characters, and then you can do it.
For my birthday, my wife bought me the Book of Regrettable Superheroes.
Yeah.
I have so much material that I just can't
you've
touch.
You've wasted so much time telling me about Colossus.
I wasted so much time telling you specifically about a story that you do not like and don't want to hear the end of.
This is why they want us at Comic-Con. Does anybody want to hear a story they don't like and doesn't want to hear the end to it?
And then all the patrons, there's like a smattering of woos throughout the crowd.
You guys are masochists. Guys, we don't understand.
This says more about you than us.
2 questions. 1, why do you hate Rob the Space Knight, Sean?
Okay. My issue with Rom.
A character has been suggested. Now, every Hero Zero we say, if you have a character you want us to cover, please suggest it. And I would say at least 10 times Rob the Space Knight has been suggested, thrown to Sean, and Sean has said, fuck off, I'm not doing Rob the Space Knight.
I've said that. I don't know if I've said it publicly. I've said it to you multiple times. It was always requested on Blue Sky as well for a while. The thing with Rom is Rom was introduced in like the late 70s because Parker Brothers made an action figure of a robot man from space. And then they got a tie-in with Marvel to do a bunch of stories, and they sold quite well. So Marvel were like, oh, let's put Rom in with the Avengers. Let's put Rom in with all of these teams and characters. And then I think in like 1991, Hasbro, I think, bought Parker Brothers. And they also bought the rights to all of the comics. So if any of those comics are ever reprinted, they can't use Rom the Space Knight. And they tried to continue it on with a comic series that is just called like The Space Knights. And there's a guy who looks very like Rom.
He's called More.
It's because he's more better. But it's all weirdly non-canon, and it's just a mess to try and read through. And also, we've touched on it before. The dire wraiths are an enemy in Marvel. Only exist in rom comics, which is not a romantic comic.
No, unfortunately. So you're saying you will never do Rob the Space Knight, and anyone who suggests it you hate.
He's personally, I hate them. Yes, and professionally actually as well. No, it's just too messy because I have to explain what happened and then say this actually didn't happen. The entire report.
It also depends on mood as well, because I always have that, and a character I always mention is Raven. A character, obviously, Teen Titans, very famous. A character I always approach with the best intentions for a report, and I'll start like a week out, and I'll be like, right, look, I'm going to do Raven this week. And then like I get like a few hours in, and I'm like, oh, man,
I just
do Batman again.
Like, yeah, there are some characters that are perfect for the Hero Zero format. And we've done all of those.
Psylocke was not perfect for the Hero Zero format.
Psylocke was also one I said I would never do, to be fair.
True.
And it is simultaneously one of the best and worst episodes we've ever done.
Absolutely, yeah. It's tough to keep track of, but that's because me and you also can't keep track of who she is at any given time and where we are. Yeah. So like that's just part of the fun. And
I'm sure if you read the comics organically at the time, yeah, it makes sense. It's tough to condense that into half an hour.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so Sean, next question. Have you had the chance to read anything good lately? Do you have any recommendations in terms of comic books or normal, I suppose?
Normal?
Normal books with words and pictures, maybe? Sometimes?
Comic-wise, I read... It's not new by any means. It's Basket Full of Heads is the name. It's by, I think, Joe Reid is the author. But it's a detective story, and it's this young woman. She has an axe that can cut people's heads off but keep it alive, and she's like a private investigator trying to solve a mystery. So she gets all of her leads and just cuts their head off. It's great.
And I was trying to think of what obviously there's the obvious ones of like Absolute Batman maybe.
Yeah.
Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is, I read that for the Supergirl movie.
Yeah.
Then look, I'm always going to recommend any Nightwing run. If you want to do any of that stuff, please go ahead. But some I read recently that I absolutely love, and it's actually a Justice League Unlimited episode as well. It's For the Man Who Has Everything. It's a small comic like by Alan Moore. And it's a Superman comic book, and it contains basically the first appearance of like the it's like the alien plant organism which like latches onto their chest and like can take over.
It's in Superman's mind, this episode.
And basically it like it's very similar to like the alien, but instead of attaching to your face, it goes to your chest. And when it latches onto you, what it does is it actually causes you to hallucinate like your greatest fantasy. So it's just a really, really good comic book, and obviously psychologically damaging to old Clarke Kent.
True, and also look, and I've seen every Justice League Unlimited episode, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But that one specifically, I've seen.
Specifically, that one I have seen.
That's a really good. It's very entertaining, but it also has the heart of just like, oh, this is actually kind of sad.
Well, you have the bit in that episode. If you have, also you can read the issues, or you can just watch the episode. It's the same name. It's For the Man Who Has Everything. Excellent episode of TV as well, because it's played out as such a tragedy, because Superman realizes he's happy and everybody's alive.
Yeah,
and he's like, that shouldn't.
I have to give it up.
I have to give it all up. You have to give up your dream fantasy. You're like, this isn't real. And so it's really messed up. I would recommend that if you want something small to read. It's not like there's not going to be 20 issues or anything. So it's
it's nice. It's a breeze. Also, yeah. I will say there's a comic I read growing up. My first comic I ever read was Batman Death in the Family. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, oh, I'm on a Batman kick, and Batman Full Circle. It's Batman fighting a character called the Reaper. Who is a relation of the Reaper. I think is the son of Joe Chill. It's like the second or third version of the Reaper.
Yeah.
But it's a really good like Batman dealing with his own past story. Which
it's the best version of Batman.
It's classic Batman.
Whenever Batman has to struggle with past things that he's done.
Oh, give me num.
And he's always done the wrong thing. Is there any movies in the hat that you would get rid of if you could?
Weirdly, look, despite the bit that we do at the start of most episodes, I would probably get rid of the good ones. Because it's harder to make those funny.
Yeah, look, the one I would have said was Son of the Mask, but unfortunately we did have to do Son of the Mask.
We did get hit with that, yeah.
So that was probably the one that I was like, oh, please don't make me watch that again. There is Dirty Grandpa in there, which is the Robert De Niro, Zac Efron movie from like...
I thought it was like the Jackass, like the bad grandpa.
No, it's the worst one.
Oh.
it's De Niro and Zac Efron. It's called Dirty Grandpa. And it's like, it's one of those movies where it's so awful. Like it's not Catwoman where it's funny.
Yeah, it's not like it's awful and they tried.
Yeah, it's one of those. Awful. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, don't make me do that, please.
Yeah, like, but also like Banshees of Inisherin is in there.
Yeah.
And I think that's an interesting movie and it has things to say. I don't know if we're the fellas to discuss that, you know?
Because we'll just be like, fuck that. Fuck the lads across the way.
The lads across the way is great.
A nice way of saying that.
But like, it's there's a very specific line of those Lazarus Pits where it's, hey, this is bad, but also it's funny that it's bad. And then it's like, oh, this is too good. Like, we've talked about some good movies. Like, the first Pirates of the Caribbean, which we talked about for my birthday one year. Obviously, I love that movie, and I could gush about it and stuff like that. But that is one of the ones where it's just us being like, oh, this is great, actually.
Well, because that's why sometimes, if a movie is good, I still take on the side, especially if it's like your birthday movie. I'm like, I know this is objectively good. But if I just be like, this is good... then I mean,
then
where are we
there's
going?
no discussion. It's just
So I really tried to strive for like what could they have done better. Their Treasure Planet was easy because there was a whole third act with a comedy character that's not very funny.
Look, hey, hinges.
But yeah, I think all of the movies have merit in some way, but some of them are so bad that I'm like, lads, you wouldn't watch that yourself. If it was on TV, you wouldn't watch it yourself, please.
Like, yeah, and I think Son of the Mask is one of those where it's just like there's very little redeeming qualities.
I think that we tried to be nice, but that was one where we were just this is irredeemable. This is awful.
This is just trash. There's also, I think, what's the one? Is it Movie 47 or something like that? It's like a load of vignettes. It's like a load of short films just tied together in a movie. That's in there, and that's historically one of the worst movies ever made.
Fantastic.
I like that. That I might take out, to be honest with you.
So I love Hero Zero. Thank you very much. And have you ever thought about switching things up once in a while? So Connor does Marvel and Sean does DC, obviously. But every few months we get an episode of a character from something else you like. For example, Sean mentioned that he liked Assassin's Creed, so maybe a report on Ezio or Edward.
I would be up for that. Specifically Assassin's Creed. There is a bunch of... There's the games and then there's the expanded material, which I've also devoured. So I would definitely be up for that.
Yeah.
It has limited reach, but so does most of the things that we cover, to be honest with you.
True, but I suppose you also did the episode, I remember, on Warhammer at one stage. And
I'm quietly proud of that, because that was me on my own talking for half an hour about the Warhammer timeline.
Yeah, and I think I remember talking to several people being like, I haven't listened to an episode before, but then you did Warhammer and I tuned in.
Which is wild, because I think of Warhammer as being like a niche of a niche of a niche of a niche.
No, it's not niche anymore. Like it's massive.
It's huge. So like, I could happily do some Warhammer stuff, and I think me explaining Warhammer to you is how you would like Warhammer. Like I don't.
It's like me explaining wrestling to you.
Yes, which also like a big wrestling guy these days.
Yeah, I could do a wrestling one if you want.
I would love you to do wrestling Heroes.
Daniel Bryan.
Oh, you mean Bryan Danielson?
I mean Bryan Danielson. Please, Sean, I was trying to speak to the masses.
I'm more niche myself.
The simpletons, if you will.
You can't say that.
Oh, sorry. Maybe I shouldn't do a wrestling one.
And I would like, there are DC characters I would like to cover. I've read a lot of the Sandman comics.
You know what? Actually, Sandman would be the one that I would say, Sean, you should do that one.
Yeah, it's like that's very me.
Because when I think of Sandman, I think Sean likes Sandman more than I like Sandman, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just like, that's Sean's take.
Yeah, and there's very like is it Wesley Dodds is like the quote unquote golden age Sandman, and also Neil Gaiman's a terrible person. Let's not forget that.
Can't forget that. Just can't forget that.
But like I've read all the Sandman comics. That would be one I could comfortably talk about, I would say. Whereas, like, you just know more DC in general, whereas the Sandman is, like, fairly self-contained.
Yeah. Another one is, like, this, by the way, this question came up multiple times. It's kind of a carry-on from earlier on. Have you ever thought about taking your podcast on tour or a live event? Then we also got one of, have you ever thought about taking the podcast outside of Ireland to America on tour?
I'm very grateful for everyone's confidence in us. However,
we show up in New York.
Yeah, we show up to fucking Hall H one day and just
lads, we're here.
Like like me and Conor can go on a holiday to America. That's possible.
Yeah, but and we can bring microphones. Now that doesn't mean anyone's going to show up.
No, like there's
we stand in Times Square. We're like, look how many fucking people showed up to the show. We're class.
Like we're fairly happy with how the podcast is doing and stuff like that. We don't have any infrastructure for actually like turning this into a gig, if that makes sense. Like
not necessarily. I'm just saying the worldwide tour part that might be further down the line if we're going to do it.
It's true. Yeah. We have, which is lovely. We have very passionate and excited clusters in
What I would
various
say,
countries.
Sean, is we'd probably start off in Ireland.
Oh,
hit
God,
a few towns here, then maybe go to the UK.
yeah. We're hitting towns, not cities.
Obviously,
personally.
starting with towns. There's only like 4 cities. So,
5.
so
We're off to Leixlip.
Here we go. Does anyone in Leahy want to see us? Right. And just one guy goes, no.
We could, like, wildest possibility at the minute, we could do one show in Ireland, maybe.
Yeah. And we need everyone to show up, right? Everyone fly in to show up.
We will not subsidise any of it. I need you to know that.
In fact, we'll charge more.
True. Yeah, it's also €100 a ticket.
I'm going to ring Aer Lingus for like, fucking put that price up, lad.
Fuck, less legroom, actually, is what I would say.
Actually, more uncomfortable.
Put him in the luggage hold.
So we got when's the world tour? When are you coming to America?
That's also really lovely to hear, but that's very kind.
Sean, I just throw it out there. I'm all in. Sean, you're the blocker. If we're thinking about it.
Well, look, I have my family to think about, you know. It's
I'm like, bye-bye.
Me and you have your bag over your shoulder.
It's obviously on a stick.
You've got the bindle.
What underrated comics should people read was here. And the only one I always think of, now look, you could go, they're not really underrated, but like I'm always like, read the new Teen Titans by like Marv Wolfman in like the 80s, or the JLA by Grant Morrison. I mean, you can't go wrong, but they're not underrated. Underrated comic books, Animal Man by Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
You're laughing.
Like, yeah, before Grant Morrison wrote that legendary run on Justice League, they wrote Animal Man, which is, you did a Hero Zero one a year or two ago?
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
How developed that character became.
It's just like a D-list, or I wouldn't even say D-list, like a G-list character that Grant Morrison's like, yeah, cool, I can make him good. Yeah,
which is huge. Like, my one I always give for this, I don't even think it's that underrated. It's just like, they're not a main... It's not like, hey, you have to read this Spider-Man comic. Gambit King of Thieves is a very, very good... It's Gambit, but he's just doing various heists over the course of the comic. Because he stops being a superhero and he goes back to the Thieves Guild in New Orleans. And I think in the first few issues, he's stealing Excalibur, is what he's doing.
That's just fun. That's just fun.
It's a Ocean's 11-esque. He's doing a heist.
Yeah. If you were replaced by a doppelganger, how would you prove you were the real one? There's different rules. Does the doppelganger have my memories?
This is the thing. Like, this is not bragging at all. This is more of like a self-admission of guilt.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone could copy my brain.
I was just thinking that. You are literally the only man that cannot be duplicated.
You would know me. In a million men that look like me, you could find me.
I'd just be asking questions about numbers.
And then someone would give an answer and it would be like, oh no, that makes sense.
That's actually, to be fair, actually, you know what? He's right.
It's not exactly doppelganger related, but my wife and I have an agreement that if either of us ever says we're in a time loop, we have to accept that at face value.
To what end? Just like, well, I've accepted that.
Look, God willing, it'll never come to that, but...
Yeah.
Like,
but surely there has to be like, not only the plan is like, oh, we'll accept it, but like, oh, here's the actions I would take to help, or look.
I have a secret code word picked out that she can say that. I haven't told her this.
Yeah.
She can say that to me and I'll be like, oh, we're in time loop territory. That's fine.
But how do you... Well, you haven't said it to her. How does she know it?
Because I'll tell her when we're in the time loop. Because I know the information now, so when we're in the time loop, it's going to be fine.
Cannot be cloned. Impossible.
Absolute unique mind.
Yeah, me and your wife would be like, yeah, no, that's definitely fucking him. He'd be like, I'm in the fucking time loop. I have emotion for concepts.
You're just talking to all of the doppelgangers, and when you and my wife furrow your brow at the same time, that's
and then we just
know.
slowly look at each other and shake our head like, no, that's not.
That's fucking
next one.
That's Sean.
Someone said, if I'm going to make a visit to Ireland, what do I absolutely have to see or do?
Ooh, interesting. I would say spend as little. We often say this: spend as little time in Dublin as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you like a drink, I wouldn't go to the Guinness Experience.
No,
I think it's a bad tour. I would go to, on the same road, there's the Roe & Co Distillery, where they make whiskey, and you get to make your own blend of whiskey and then have a cocktail with that blend of whiskey. That's 30 quid. It's a great time.
You're speaking to an experienced alcoholic here. He knows exactly what tours to go on.
What you want to do then is head down to Kilkenny, go to a little bar called Clears. Best Guinness in Ireland. Hop in there. 6:40 out the door.
And the thing is, when you get to Kilkenny, and then keep going down, go to Waterford. Waterford's a lovely spot.
Oh, love Waterford.
Lovely old spot, right? Go there, there's some nice areas. Go down to the Gaeltacht there. Lovely views of the sea as well, in like Dungarvan, around that area.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely.
Bunmahan Beach, my preferred beach down in Waterford.
Then you're heading on to Cork. Then you're
Heading on to Cork.
Then you're doing the loop.
Let me hit you with Cork. You want to go to the Poor Relation, first of all. Have a pint of red ale outside. Then, short walk across the bridge. You're going to go to Charlie's. Again, you're sitting outside, have a pint.
He's just naming pubs.
Then, short walk from Charlie's, the High B. Now, the thing with the High B, Connor...
Is there any activities that you could name that don't involve drinking alcohol?
The High B is a pub where...
You could buy a fucking Coke if you wanted to.
Well, you go into the High B, you can't have your phone out. If you have your phone out, you get kicked out of the pub.
Oh.
So just go and chat to people. Make some
you
friends.
have to chat.
Have the chat. Then, I don't know, fucking go see the Rock of Cashel. Actually...
I don't know, go do something fucking stupid and you're pissed drunk at this stage, so it doesn't matter. But
my one recommendation is do not kiss the Blarney Stone, because...
Absolutely not, Jesus.
Local teenagers piss on it, is what
and also, don't. It's a complete robbery.
It's such a scam.
It's a scam. You can go see the Cliffs of Moher, even though it is fairly expensive. But I mean, it's just a good view.
Yeah,
it's a take.
I would go to Killarney as well. Just it's a gorgeous place in the country.
Good spot, yeah. And then you want to go to Westport, then Galway. You're hitting all the places.
I would target Galway, is what I would say, because Galway is one of my favourite places in Ireland.
Galway is Kilkenny with a student, with a university.
Yeah, so imagine that. It's good food, good history, and you also get a bit of like the not wild, but like you can see the countryside from Galway very, very easily, and you have a coast, which is great. Do
with that what you will. At least 90% of that is pubs. So,
there's another place in Kilkenny called Sid Harkins, which is just a lovely, lovely spot for a pint.
Are there any American foods you're interested in trying?
American foods? Not. I do want to go to New Orleans and have like Cajun, like proper Cajun food.
I was going to say barbecue food, but like proper,
like Texas barbecue and stuff like that. Yeah, like that kind of food interests me. I'm not interested in like here's 700 pancakes. Like I don't want to do that kind of thing.
I know what one tastes like. You don't need to give me 700.
Yeah, I want bits, and I want like I don't like I think the word for it, I don't know if it's the right term, soul food kind of thing, is like, it's something that we just don't have here, so it's a completely different food culture.
Yeah.
That I'd be interested in trying.
Who'd win in the fight? 100 duck-sized Seans dressed as Batman, or one horse-sized Connor dressed as Superman? And
Which
no
Batman?
bullshit bonding mid-fight over the fact you've both got second cousins called Irene or anything. This is to the death.
Huh. Which Batman am I?
What's the worst? You're Clooney. You're Clooney.
Okay, so we have 100 duck-sized credit cards.
You're Clooney Batman and I'm Brandon Routh.
Whoa.
Superman.
He was a pretty strong Superman, though.
Pretty strong. Well, I don't get my strength. I'm just dressed. I'm horse-sized and I'm dressed as Superman. The outfit doesn't technically matter.
Are you a horse standing on its back legs, or are you like a horse-shaped man?
No, just a regular horse.
So you're not a centaur, you're a horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, it says one horse-sized Conor. So me, who is
horse-sized.
Yeah.
But you put up with one of me.
Yeah.
Imagine 100 of me, but we're small.
Yeah, duck-sized.
Yeah.
I think you're taking it.
I think I'd have it. I think you'd retire from the fight.
I actually think I'd walk away.
Yeah.
I'd
I'm
gallop
not dealing
away.
with this.
I'm like, honestly, this is too many of them.
The audio sync is going to be a nightmare, first of all.
A nightmare. Hang on, I seen a good one earlier on. I have to find it. It was about numbers.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. What number does Sean see the capybara?
Capybara, the world's largest rodent?
Yeah, what number do you see capybara as?
86. It was going to be 68, but it's changed.
Last second it changed.
Yeah, right. Look.
Make it out what you will.
Can't explain it. There is a game that we should play. I don't know. Oh, what the... It's a game where like it's a load of colours on a board. And you say like, oh, this is the colour of fucking spite. And you have to decide what the person picks that colour as. And I would love to see you try and decode what I think is colour to switch.
Ironically, I would love to see you try to decode what I would think.
Yeah, but I think you would just pick various greys. Which actually, that would be your Wu-Tang name as well, as various greys.
I sent you on that post the other day. My co-worker is completely normal.
His hobbies are gym and go to work. And
I don't understand him. Where's your anxieties?
Where are the bits?
What do you enjoy watching or streaming? Before Sean answers, I have a child, so not a lot. So
it's haircut Harry most nights.
Most of the time, it's very little. I got to watch the World Cup. That was about it.
I watched the final.
Awful.
Oh, horrendous. No shots on target for Argentina.
Sean tried to talk sports. I just do not engage.
I know. I'm repeating what I've heard my actual male friends say.
See, it's so funny because you are correct. Like objectively, you're correct.
You know my heart's not in it.
But I'm not going to engage because I know your heart's not in it.
You know, if you dig down even slightly, I will be floundering. In terms of what I
was told recently, remember we were talking about like ages ago of like people singing happy birthday to me, and you were like, that's weird. That like yeah. But then I realised that, and someone said I'm really bad with non-genuine things, right?
Yeah, like, it's performative love is what you hate.
Yeah, anything that's not genuine or forced or we have to do this.
Yes.
I'm like, no, we don't.
Yeah, because we've hugged exactly 6 times.
Yeah.
And they've all been emotionally resonant moments in our life.
and even then, I couldn't remember 6.
I'll name them eventually. It's fine.
See, it means a lot to you. For the time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't put a stock in that. I'm like I'm just very like, oh, well, if it was a sim, Sean is high up on the friend list.
my wife said to me, "Is like, you do care a lot," which is not a bad thing.
Yeah. And I think I care, but I just don't. I just have the same level. It's just
no, but that's like because I've known you for a decade, and I'm like, oh no, that's how Connor.
You could do the nicest thing in the world to me, or you could kick me in the balls, and I would have the same reaction. But in my brain, I'm like, good stuff.
I could send you 2 wooden chairs and a jacket you'll never wear. Yeah. And it would still be like, that was good now.
He gave it a go. I enjoyed a bit. I'm trying to think.
Did we answer that question though? Or
Oh, what was it? What was my answer? It was, I don't get to watch anything. What are you watching?
House of the Dragon at the minute. We're also watching a guy on YouTube called Peeber Koifish is his name. And he remakes board games, but through the lens of like, what if this was in the Pokemon world? And then has all of his friends play them. But he makes all like the board and the assets and stuff. It's great. That's
not bad.
It's so much work, but he does it like once a month. It's crazy.
We've 3 questions left. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is Sean a qualified pirate yet?
My days on LimeWire would suggest that I am. I did.
Excellent bit. You can't disregard it.
It's a great bit. Look. It's one of my finest moments.
Yeah.
I did also. People might have seen this on Instagram and stuff like that. I did hoist a pirate flag over a castle on my wedding day.
True, you are a true pirate.
I think that's a very piratey thing to do. Now the castle was landlocked, but
yeah, you were nowhere near the sea, but still.
Not at all. I was nearly as landlocked as you can be in Ireland.
But still, it was the effort.
It was, and look, I didn't hoist it myself. We paid a man to do it.
You were by your underpants at one point up there. How did this happen?
I was getting a swirly at the time.
Who would win in a fight between Black Tom Cassidy and his wood manipulation powers and Chair?
Holy fuck. I can't believe that. I can't believe I never thought of that in a Chair report.
Black Tom Cassidy would fuck Chair up.
Yeah, because, look, I can't stress enough. That Chair is just a chair.
Yeah, Black Tom Cassidy can manipulate wood.
But what's he going to do? Make Chair bigger?
Or smaller.
Ooh.
Or take his legs.
You wouldn't take his legs.
You wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you wouldn't take his legs.
No, I would.
You what?
I would treat him like that.
Would treat?
No, that's why I said it.
No, Connor, I've come up with a fabulous jape.
Please continue.
No, I think Black Tom has it. I love how Black Tom's getting a bit more play. He just pops up in Marvel these days.
Yeah, we have to back him because he's one of ours.
He's one of ours. There's a very good panel where he's...
There was no question on the boys. Last time I remember we did a Q&A and someone said, who's part of the boys, the crew, the lads? And I'm not going to answer it because that's for the next Q&A, but that's very important because obviously we know Fassbender's there. And
Fassbender's in.
Cillian Murphy's in the WhatsApp group, but he doesn't really want to be, so he's not involved. That's all we'll leave it as, right? Barry's
True.
iffy.
The question for a future Q&A. Maybe you can leave us in the comments on Spotify or whatever. What Irish actor could play Black Tom Cassidy?
Fassbender.
I'm thinking Mescal. Bit of edge. He'll be grand.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Sorry. It's Colin Farrell.
Obviously, it's Colin Farrell.
What do we
Anytime
do?
you ask me who could play what Irish, I'm like, it's Colin Farrell.
Well, I was asking who could play Barack Obama.
I think Colin could pull it off.
I know it's a tough line.
It's a tough sell, but imagine him on the press tour. He'd be so charming. Last question: if you guys were forced to battle each other, and each of you were allowed one comic book ally, who would you choose to help defeat one another? To help narrow it a little, first, who would you pick from a pool of past heroes, and then who would you pick from a pool of past zeros?
Okay, so...
But we can take the heroes and zeros out. We can just say, we're going into battle, who are you picking?
I'm picking Ringmaster. Because
True.
you wouldn't want to fight him because you respect how he operates.
I'm picking Superman Prime.
The one that lived in the sun for a billion years?
The omnipotent reality warping one. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to change the century.
Can't change, unfortunately.
No. My guy just has a circus. What the fuck?
And I'm going to have the fight outside the tent.
Can Superman Prime be hypnotized by any chance?
Well, he's reality warping, so I wouldn't assume so.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he's the Superman that's lived in the sun for a million years.
How much does he have in his wallet, though?
He actually doesn't need money, he's omnipotent.
It's a useful It's a useful adjective.
And, genuinely, I would have the fight at the entrance to the circus, but outside, so the ringmaster can see you fighting Superman Prime, but can't help.
And Ringmaster also doesn't get to charge admission fee for Superman Prime. He
Because
gets
he's
nothing.
outside it. We're just outside, and every so often, like, we are punching the shit out of Sean.
I thought you would have said chip or some shit.
I had chip up and codpiece.
Codpiece is pretty good. Codpiece versus Ringmaster, who takes it?
Ringmaster. No, is it in the tent?
It's in the tent.
I think if you gave me chip, I could defeat Ringmaster outside the tent.
The tent isn't the limit of his powers, by the way.
I know, but he won't leave the tent.
He loves the tent.
He loves the tent too much. He has a show on.
I think Chip he'd defeat in the tent.
Nah, Chip's a Green Lantern.
That is true. He is a squirrel as well, though.
He's a Green Lantern at the end of the day.
I don't give a fuck.
He got killed by a truck.
He was canonically killed.
Yeah, it's true. But does Ringmaster own a truck?
Yeah, he has to haul that circus from place
At
to
some
place.
stage, yeah, you're right too. I think that's it for this week's Q&A, Sean.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just
let's never do it again.
Not like any movie news happened or anything like that.
Absolutely not. I don't think so. Did any come up?
Nah, don't worry about it. Next week. Next week, weird news.
Hot in the presses. Do you want to take us out, Sean?
Yeah, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of the Heroes for Hire podcast special Q&A edition. Big thank you, of course, to all the patrons who mentioned up top. All absolute legends, all help to keep this show, first of all, alive and active and actually published every week, and also help keep it ad-free so that you don't have to listen to any weird sponsors in the middle of it. If you do want to support the Patreon, it's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link to that is in the description. There is also the Twitter, which is @Heroes for Hire pod. The 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire podcast. Blue Sky is Heroes for Hire podcast. And the best way to ever about the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Conor and Lorraine.
I've been Sean Mean.
Should see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.